There is a shield more powerful than beauty, more magnetic than charm, and more unbreakable than wealth. That shield is detachment. Attachment makes you fragile. It binds you, weakens you, makes you predictable. But detachment, true feminine detachment, turns you into something untouchable. When you master it, men crave you, rivals cannot manipulate you, and the world bends toward you. Most women don't understand this. They believe closeness means safety, that constant giving means love, that obsession proves devotion. But the truth is the opposite. The more attached you are, the more invisible you become. Why? Because attachment leaks power. It makes you chase. It makes you explain. It makes you wait anxiously for crumbs of attention. A woman who clings is a woman who loses herself. But a woman who practices detachment creates gravity. She draws everything toward her, without ever running after it. Imagine this. A man sends you a message. You feel the urge to reply instantly, to prove you're interested. But if you answer too quickly, you reveal hunger. And hunger is weakness. Instead, you wait. Not to play games, but because your life is full. You are not dependent on him. That silence, born from detachment, creates tension. He wonders what you're doing. He feels the pull of uncertainty, and the more uncertain he feels, the more invested he becomes. Detachment does not mean you don't care. It means you never collapse into desperation. You feel everything, but you are ruled by nothing. The most magnetic women in history were masters of detachment. Cleopatra charmed Caesar, but she was never destroyed when he left. She moved on to Antony, commanding empires with the same composure. Josephine enchanted Napoleon, but she let him chase her long after their marriage crumbled. These women were desired not because they were desperate, but because they could walk away. This is the paradox. The more you can leave, the more they want you to stay. Think of desire like a flame. Too much air and it burns out. Too little and it suffocates. Detachment is balance. It is the perfect distance that keeps men burning endlessly. Psychologists call this the uncertainty effect. People value what they cannot fully predict. When you are always available, always eager, you become predictable, and predictability is death to desire. But when you are detached, when you give and withdraw in measured rhythm, you create obsession. Detachment is not coldness. Coldness repels. Detachment seduces. It is the art of being present, but not possessed. Interested, but not dependent. Warm, but unclaimed. Picture yourself as a queen on a throne. Many approach you. Some make you laugh, some intrigue you, some even touch your heart, but none define you. You can love deeply, yet still walk away if your crown is not honored. That is detachment, and it is irresistible. Why? Because people sense when they cannot control you. Control kills respect, but mystery commands worship. In relationships, detachment ensures you never beg for love. You never plead for attention. You receive devotion because you demand it silently, through the way you carry yourself. In power, detachment ensures you never lose composure. Rivals try to provoke you, to pull you into chaos, but you remain untouchable. Their insults slide off. Their games fail. You are not hooked. Detachment turns you into a riddle, and riddles are unforgettable. But make no mistake, detachment is not easy. It requires discipline. It requires self-respect. It requires the courage to be alone rather than half-loved. How do you cultivate this shield in everyday life? First, train your emotions. When you feel the rush of obsession, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, does this man, this friend, this situation deserve my storm? Or am I giving my power away for free? Detachment is awareness. Second, fill your life. A woman who has passions, rituals, ambitions, and beauty to tend to is never dependent on crumbs. When your life is full, you do not chase, you attract. Third, practice silence. Detachment thrives in quiet strength. Delay responses, withhold explanations. Do not scramble to prove yourself. The less you explain, the more powerful you appear. Fourth, always be willing to walk away. This is the essence of detachment. Nothing and no one is worth your dignity. When you can leave a table without fear, the world begins to offer you better tables. And finally, romanticize yourself. Become the center of your own universe. When you see yourself as rare, you will treat your attention as luxury, and others will feel it. Detachment is a shield, but it is also a magnet. When you do not beg, people beg for you. When you do not cling, people cling to you. When you do not chase, the world chases you. Look at history. The women who ruled empires, who bent men into obsession, who linger in memory centuries later, they were never desperate. They could love, but they could detach, and that contrast made them unforgettable. Think of a rival who insults you, trying to provoke reaction. If you detach, if you remain calm and unmoved, their rage consumes them, not you. Detachment protects you from being dragged into the mud. It keeps your crown intact. Think of a man testing your patience. If you detach, you respond not with panic, but with grace. You may stay, or you may leave. But either way, you remain in control. Detachment means you cannot be held hostage by another's mood. Even in failure, detachment is your shield. When life crumbles, the detached woman does not collapse. She adapts. She mourns, yes, but she does not beg the world to spare her. She rebuilds. And in rebuilding, she becomes untouchable. This is why detachment is irresistible, not because it makes you cold, but because it makes you whole. You are not half a person waiting for completion. You are complete. And completeness seduces endlessly. So ask yourself tonight, where in your life are you too attached? Where are you begging, pleading, proving? And what would happen if you withdrew, not in cruelty, but in dignity? You will find that the moment you detach, the world rushes in to fill the space. Because the truth is this, attachment makes you common. Detachment makes you rare. And in a world of noise, chaos, and desperation, rarity is irresistible. The shield of detachment is not made of steel. It is made of silence, of self-respect, of discipline. And once you wear it, nothing can pierce you. You may be desired, you may be pursued, you may even be worshipped, but you will never be controlled. And that is the essence